Today, we're diving into a massive ranking of over 40 characters from the series. From heroes to villains, fan favorites to those we love to hate, we're breaking them all down. Let's get started. At number 46, we have Lance Hornsby, played by Josh Hamilton. Lance was the slimy, manipulative snake of the Commonwealth. On the surface, he appeared kind and charming, but that was all a facade. The moment it no longer served his goals, he showed his true colors: reckless, selfish, and downright evil. Working under the Miltons, Lance had free rein to manipulate the system, always ensuring he came out on top. His scheming and unhinged behavior made him one of the most despicable characters in the series. And honestly, we're glad he was finally eliminated. Lance Hornsby is a character you love to hate, and one you're happy to see gone. Next up, at number 45 is Pamela Milton, portrayed by Layla Robbins. As the leader of the Commonwealth, Pamela oversaw one of the largest and most organized communities in the apocalypse. But don't let her polished exterior fool you. Pamela was one of the worst leaders the show has ever seen. She cared more about her reputation than the people she was supposed to protect. And with a son like Sebastian who treated anyone outside the elite with utter disdain, it's no wonder the Miltons were so deeply disliked. Pamela Milton is a prime example of how power can corrupt, even in the apocalypse. At number 44, we have Leah Shaw, played by Lynn Collins. Leah was introduced as a love interest for Daryl, during a time when he was recovering from the supposed death of Rick. Their relationship was intense and emotional, but it was never meant to last. After they parted ways, Leah revealed her true allegiance. She was part of the Reapers, a ruthless vigilante group hunting down the Alexandrian and Hilltop communities. Her betrayal was heartbreaking, especially for Daryl. In the end, Leah met her demise at the hands of her former lover. Leah Shaw's story is a tragic reminder that love in the apocalypse often comes with a heavy price. Coming in at number 43 is Milton Mamet, played by Dallas Roberts. Milton was the geeky scientist type with a fascination for the walkers. He spent his time experimenting on the undead, hoping to unlock the secrets of the apocalypse. Milton was loyal to the governor, believing he could help bring the man's daughter back to life. But as we all know, choosing the governor's side was never a good idea. Milton's loyalty ultimately led to his downfall. He was stabbed by the governor himself, and later finished off by Andrea. Milton Mamet's story is a tragic tale of misplaced trust and the dangers of blind loyalty. At number 42, we have Lizzie Samuels, played by Brighton Charbino. Lizzie is an unforgettable character, but for all the wrong reasons. Sweet-faced and seemingly innocent, Lizzie had a deeply twisted view of the world. She believed the walkers were still people and deserved empathy and protection. This belief led her to commit an unthinkable act, murdering her own sister Mika to prove her point. Lizzie's actions left the group with an impossible choice. In the end, it was Carol who had to make the heart-wrenching decision to end Lizzie's life. Lizzie Samuels is a chilling reminder of how the apocalypse can warp even the youngest minds. At number 41, we have Max Mercer, played by Margot Bingham. Max is a quiet, shy, and deeply committed character, making her the perfect match for Eugene. As the sister of Michael Mercer and a former executive assistant to Pamela Milton, Max saw firsthand the corruption within the Commonwealth. But instead of staying silent, Max took a huge risk. She reached out to Eugene through radio, exposing the truth about the community's dark underbelly. Her bravery and determination make her an unsung hero of the series. Max Mercer is proof that even in the darkest times, there are still those willing to fight for what's right. Now at number 40, we have Michael Mercer, played by Michael James Shaw. Michael started as the head of the Commonwealth's armed forces, a loyal soldier who followed orders without question. But as he witnessed the horrors enabled by Lance and the Miltons, he began to question his role. Michael transformed into a protective and courageous leader, fighting for what he believed in. His loyalty to his loved ones, combined with his strength and bravery, earned him the respect of his community. By the end, Michael became the lieutenant governor, proving that even in a broken world, true leaders can rise. Michael Mercer is a character who reminds us that change is always possible, even in the apocalypse. At number 39, we have Juanita Sanchez, better known as Princess, played by Paula Lazaro. With her pink-streaked hair and vibrant personality, Princess is one of the most unique characters to ever grace The Walking Dead. But don't let her cheerful exterior fool you. Princess spent so much time alone in the apocalypse that she almost forgot how to interact with other people. Her quirky, nonchalant demeanor hides a deeply troubled soul. Despite this, Princess brings a much-needed spark of excitement and liveliness to the series. She's a reminder that even in the darkest times, individuality and hope can still shine through. Coming in at number 38 is Lydia, played by Cassidy McClincy. As the daughter of Alpha, the leader of the Whisperers, Lydia's life was anything but easy. She's a controversial character torn between her loyalty to her mother and her desire for a better life. Lydia finds guidance under the wings of two hardened survivors, Daryl and Negan. Their shared history of hardship and misery creates a unique bond between them. Over time, Lydia's journey with the group becomes one of redemption and acceptance, especially after Carol forgives her and lets her into the fold. Lydia's story is a powerful reminder that even the darkest past can lead to brighter futures. At number 37, we have Gregory, played by Xander Berkeley. Oh, Gregory. Possibly the most irritating character to ever appear on The Walking Dead, but undeniably memorable. As the unfit leader of the Hilltop, Gregory was narcissistic, egotistical, and downright foolish. His constant betrayals and attempts to kill Maggie made him one of the most hated characters in the series. When he finally met his end in Season 9, let's just say, no one was shedding tears. Gregory is a character you love to hate, and one you're glad to see gone. Next up, at number 36, is Jadis, also known as Anne, played by Pollyanna McIntosh. Jadis started off as a despised antagonist, leading the Scavengers and throwing Rick into an all-out war with Winslow. But over time, Jadis showed a different side. She redeemed herself by rescuing Rick after the bridge explosion, taking him away on a helicopter to an unknown destination. While we haven't seen much of her good side since, Jadis remains a fascinating wildcard in the series. She's a character who keeps you guessing, right until the very end. At number 35, we have Tara Chambler, played by Alana Masterson. Tara was a fixture of The Walking Dead, bringing a sense of normality and relatability to the group. Despite her extreme anxiety and fear, Tara pushed through when it mattered most. She faced unspeakable tragedy, including the death of her girlfriend, Denise, with bravery and resilience. Tara's down-to-earth personality and loyalty made her one of the most likable characters on the show. Losing her was a huge blow to the group and to fans everywhere. Coming in at number 34 is Andrea, played by Laurie Holden. Unlike her comic book counterpart, Andrea was killed off way too soon in the series at the hands of the governor. Andrea was smart, fearless, and the only one who could get close enough to the governor to uncover his true motives. Her death was a huge loss for the group, and for fans. In the comics, Andrea is still alive and even hooks up with Rick. But on the show, her untimely demise left a void that was hard to fill. Andrea's legacy is one of courage and determination, even in the face of impossible odds. At number 33, we have Beta, played by Ryan Hurst. Beta was the masked, murderous enforcer of the Whisperers and one of the most terrifying villains in The Walking Dead. With his towering presence and psychotic nature, Beta gave fans the heebie-jeebies every time he appeared on screen. His can't kill me vibes and relentless pursuit of the survivors made him a standout antagonist. While he didn't stick around for long, Beta's impact was undeniable. He's a villain who truly embodied the chaos and brutality of the apocalypse. Next up at number 32 is Alpha, played by Samantha Morton. As the leader of the Whisperers, Alpha was a deranged and terrifying antagonist. She holds the highest kill count of any female villain in the series, taking out beloved characters like Tara and Enid. Alpha's cold, calculating nature and twisted philosophy made her a force to be reckoned with. And while we despised her actions, there's no denying she was great at being bad. Alpha is a villain who left a lasting mark on The Walking Dead and on its fans. At number 31, we have Eastman, played by John Carroll Lynch. Eastman was one of the most remarkable characters in the series, standing out as a pacifist in a world consumed by violence. He practiced Aikido and mindfulness, finding peace by refusing to harm other human beings. Eastman's teachings had a profound impact on Morgan, transforming him from an angry, bitter man into someone more peaceful and grounded. Eastman's brief but powerful presence is a reminder that even in the apocalypse, there's room for compassion and humanity. At number 30, we have Eugene Porter, played by Josh McDermott. Eugene is the character Robert Kirkman believes most of us would be like in the apocalypse, minus the mullet and genius-level intellect, of course. Eugene starts off as a self-preserving, highly agitated survivor who claims to have the cure for the virus. But when his lies are exposed, the group is devastated. In a moment of weakness, Eugene defects to Negan's side, driven by fear. However, he eventually redeems himself, earning back the trust of his friends. Eugene's journey is a roller coaster of cowardice, betrayal, and redemption, making him one of the most relatable and complex characters in the series. Coming in at number 29 is Magna, played by Nadia Hilker. Magna is a fiercely loyal and complex character, introduced as part of a small group of survivors saved by Judith. Before the apocalypse, Magna was imprisoned for murder, a crime committed in the heat of revenge. In the new world, she's a protector at heart, willing to do anything for her friends. With her fiery temper and unshakable resolve, Magna often mirrors Michonne's strength and determination. She's a character who adds depth and grit to the group, proving that even in chaos, loyalty matters. At number 28, we have Yumiko, played by Eleanor Matsuura. Yumiko is a strong, intelligent character who brings a unique skill set to the group. As a former lawyer, Yumiko acts as a mediator and communicator, helping to resolve conflicts and maintain order. When the group reaches the Commonwealth, she returns to her old profession, practicing law in a world that desperately needs justice. Yumiko's calm demeanor and sharp mind make her an invaluable member of the team, and a symbol of hope for rebuilding society. Next up, at number 27, is Kelly, played by Angel Theory. Kelly is Connie's sister and one of the youngest survivors in the group. Despite her hearing impairment, Kelly never lets it define her. She's brave, resourceful, and fiercely loyal, especially when it comes to finding her missing sister. Kelly's bubbly personality and deep respect for her community make her a beloved member of Alexandria and the Commonwealth. She's a reminder that even in the darkest times, love and determination can prevail. At number 26, we have Enid, played by Caitlin Nakin. Enid's journey is one of growth and resilience. Starting off as an untrustworthy outsider, she eventually becomes a beloved member of the group. As a former love interest of Carl and later Alden, Enid's story is filled with heartbreak and hope. Her tragic death at the hands of the Whisperers, ending up on one of their infamous pikes, was a devastating blow to fans. Enid's legacy is one of strength and perseverance, even in the face of unimaginable loss. Coming in at number 25 is Aaron, played by Ross Marquand. As the longest surviving member of Alexandria, Aaron is a character fans immediately connected with. After losing his boyfriend Eric and adopting sweet Gracie, Aaron's resilience and kindness shine through. Despite losing a hand, he remains a dedicated protector and leader. Aaron's journey is one of survival, love, and hope, making him a true trooper in the apocalypse. At number 24, we have Father Gabriel Stokes, played by Seth Gilliam. Gabriel is one of the most divisive characters in the series. Initially, his holier-than-thou attitude masks the guilt he feels for barricading himself in his church and abandoning his congregation. Over time, Gabriel redeems himself, but his tendency to take the path of least resistance keeps him a controversial figure. His journey from cowardice to courage is a testament to the complexity of faith and morality in the apocalypse. Next up, at number 23 is Dwight, played by Austin Emilio. Dwight's story is one of loyalty, betrayal, and redemption. Starting as one of Negan's most committed followers, Dwight endures unimaginable suffering, including having his face burned with a hot iron. But over time, he realizes he can no longer abide by Negan's cruelty. Dwight becomes a spy within the Saviors, working to bring down the man who destroyed his life. His transformation from villain to ally adds a fascinating layer of complexity to the series. At number 22, we have Connie, played by Lauren Ridloff. Connie is one of the most admirable and unique characters in The Walking Dead. As a deaf journalist, Connie's resilience and determination inspire everyone around her. Her bond with Daryl, built on mutual respect and shared values, is one of the most heartwarming relationships in the series. Connie's unwavering commitment to fighting for the rights and lives of others makes her a true hero in the apocalypse. Now at number 21, we have Alden, played by Callan McAuliffe. Alden is one of the few saviors who truly turned over a new leaf. After being captured by the Hilltop, Alden realizes the error of his ways and commits to a life of honesty and hard work. His loyalty to Maggie and his dedication to the community make him a beloved member of the group. Alden's tragic death in Season 11 was a heartbreaking loss, but his legacy of redemption and resilience lives on. At number 20, we have Judith Grimes, played by Kaylee Fleming. Judith, now older, is taking on the persona of both her father, Rick, and her brother, Carl. And let me tell you, fans couldn't be prouder. Judith is brave, confident, and incredibly smart. Her fearlessness in fighting walkers and standing up for what's right is nothing short of admirable. In a world where kids rarely have a bright future, Judith is a shining exception. She's not just surviving, she's thriving and kicking butt while she's at it. Coming in at number 19 is Dale Horvath, played by Jeffrey DeMunn. Oh, how we miss Dale. He was the voice of reason, the conscience of Rick's group, and a father figure to many. Dale's wisdom and moral compass made him a grounding presence in the early seasons. His shocking death in Season 2 left fans devastated. That fishing hat, that camper van, Dale was one of a kind. His exit was a huge loss for the group, and for us. At number 18, we have Jesus, played by Tom Payne. With a name like that, you know he's going to be an intriguing character. Jesus was a master of stealth, appearing and disappearing without detection. His gentle nature and willingness to help others made him a beloved member of the community. And let's not forget that iconic beard and mustache. Jesus' death in Season 9 was a heartbreaking moment, and his absence is still felt today. Next up, at number 17, is Jerry, played by Cooper Andrews. Jerry is the kind of character who instantly wins your heart. As King Ezekiel's right-hand man, Jerry is fiercely loyal, brave, and always ready with a smile. His kindness and humor make him a cherished member of the group, while his strength and determination make him a force to be reckoned with. Jerry is the kind of friend everyone needs in the apocalypse and in life. At number 16, we have Ezekiel, played by Kari Payton. Ezekiel is the kind of leader everyone wants in their lives. Wise, charismatic, and yes, a cat lover. As the self-proclaimed king of the kingdom, Ezekiel led with flair and compassion. His pet tiger, Shiva, was just the icing on the cake. After battling cancer, Ezekiel opened a healthcare clinic, proving his commitment to helping others. His journey from king to governor of the Commonwealth is a testament to his strength and resilience. Coming in at number 15 is Rosita Espinosa, played by Christian Serratos. Rosita is the definition of a badass. From her fiery introduction to her emotional death in the series finale, Rosita's journey is one of growth and strength. She's a fighter, a lover, and eventually a devoted mother. Rosita's ability to balance toughness with vulnerability makes her one of the most compelling characters in the series. We need more women like Rosita on TV. At number 14, we have Herschel Greene, played by Scott Wilson. Herschel is a character we'll never forget. As the moral compass of the group, Herschel provided stability and wisdom during some of the darkest times. His farm was a sanctuary, and his medical skills saved countless lives. Herschel's death in Season 4 was a devastating blow, not just to the group, but to fans everywhere. His legacy of kindness and courage lives on. Next up, at number 13, is Shane Walsh, played by Jon Bernthal. Shane is one of the most controversial characters in The Walking Dead. As Rick's best friend and partner, Shane started off as a loyal ally. But his descent into jealousy and rage, fueled by his affair with Rick's wife, Lori, turned him into a villain. Shane's brutal death in Season 2 was a defining moment for the series. Love him or hate him, Shane brought intensity and drama to the early seasons. At number 12, we have Morgan Jones, played by Lenny James. Morgan's journey is one of the most complex in the series. From a man haunted by the loss of his wife to a vengeful survivor consumed by rage, Morgan's transformation is gripping. His eventual embrace of pacifism, thanks to Eastman's teachings, shows the depth of his character. Morgan's story is a powerful exploration of grief, redemption, and the struggle to hold on to humanity. Now, at number 11, we have the Governor, played by David Morrissey. The Governor is the first big bad of The Walking Dead, and he set the standard for villains. With his charming facade and brutal actions, the Governor was a master manipulator. His reign of terror, including the massacre at the prison and the death of Andrea, left a lasting impact. The Governor is a reminder that sometimes the most dangerous threats come from within humanity itself. At number 10, we have Sasha Williams, played by Sonequa Martin Green. Sasha was a fearless fighter from the very beginning. Smart, skilled with weapons, and always ready to stand up for her group, she was a force to be reckoned with. Sasha rarely showed her weaknesses, often giving pep talks to lift the spirits of those around her. Her ultimate sacrifice, giving her life to protect the group, is a moment fans will never forget. Sasha's bravery and selflessness make her one of the most unforgettable characters in The Walking Dead. Coming in at number 9 is Negan, played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Negan is, without a doubt, one of the most ruthless and twisted villains in the series. With his barbed wire bat, Lucille, Negan took pleasure in inflicting pain and fear. His most despicable act? Killing Abraham and Glenn in front of their loved ones. But here's the thing about Negan, he's also hilarious. His outrageous one-liners and dark humor add a unique flavor to the show. Love him or hate him, Negan is a villain we can't help but be fascinated by. At number 8, we have Abraham Ford, played by Michael Cudlitz. Abraham was the ultimate soldier, loyal, fearless, and always ready to put himself in harm's way for his group. With his take-no-prisoners attitude and fiery red hair, Abraham was a standout character. His death at the hands of Negan was one of the most shocking moments in the series, and let's not forget his iconic last words, "Suck my nuts." Abraham's legacy is one of courage, loyalty, and a whole lot of attitude. Next up, at number 7, is Carl Grimes, played by Chandler Riggs. Carl's journey from a timid kid to a fearless survivor is one of the most compelling arcs in the series. After surviving near-death experiences, including losing an eye, Carl proved he was more than just Rick's son. He became a protector, a fighter, and a symbol of hope for the future. Carl's death in Season 8 was a heartbreaking loss, leaving fans wondering what could have been. He was destined to be the hero of the post-apocalyptic world. At number 6, we have Maggie Greene, played by Lauren Cohan. Maggie has been the heart of The Walking Dead since the very beginning. From the loss of her family to the brutal death of her husband Glenn, Maggie's journey is one of resilience and strength. She transforms from a grieving widow to a fierce leader, even learning to coexist with Negan, the man who took everything from her. Maggie's story is a testament to the power of hope and perseverance. Coming in at number 5 is Rick Grimes, played by Andrew Lincoln. Rick is the heart and soul of The Walking Dead. As the group's leader, Rick faced impossible choices and unimaginable losses. He was a protector, a strategist, and a father, always putting his people first. Rick's departure from the series left a void that still felt today. His legacy as a hero and a survivor is unmatched. At number 4, we have Glenn Rhee, played by Yeun. Glenn is, without a doubt, one of the most beloved characters in the series. From his humble beginnings as a pizza delivery guy to becoming a fearless survivor, Glenn's journey was inspiring. His love for Maggie and their unborn child was a beacon of hope in a dark world. Glenn's death at the hands of Negan was a turning point for the series, and a moment that left fans heartbroken. Glenn's legacy lives on as a symbol of love, loyalty, and courage. Next up at number 3 is Michonne, played by Danai Gurira. Michonne is the definition of a badass. With her iconic katana and fearless attitude, Michonne quickly became a fan favorite. But beneath her tough exterior was a deeply caring person, especially when it came to Carl and Rick. Michonne's journey from a lone warrior to a devoted mother and leader is one of the most compelling in the series. She's a character we'll never forget. At number 2, we have Carol Peletier, played by Melissa McBride. Carol's transformation is one of the most remarkable in The Walking Dead. From an abused housewife to a fearless survivor, Carol defied all odds. She became a master strategist, a protector, and even a killing machine when necessary. Carol's strength and resilience make her an inspiration to fans everywhere. She's proof that even in the darkest times, you could rise above and become unstoppable. And finally, at number 1, we have Daryl Dixon, played by Norman Reedus. Daryl is, without a doubt, the most iconic character in The Walking Dead. From his scruffy hair and crossbow to his unwavering loyalty, Daryl has become a symbol of the series itself. His journey from a lone wolf to a trusted leader is one of the most compelling in the show. Daryl's fearlessness, heart, and grit have made him a fan favorite, and the reason many of us kept watching. Daryl Dixon is and always will be the heart of The Walking Dead. And there you have it, 40+ characters ranked. Who's your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more Walker-filled content. Until next time, stay safe out there, and watch your back. See you in the next video.